Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, if you're a fresh engineering grad, staring out at the horizon right now and wondering how on earth you're going to turn that hard-earned degree into a genuinely impactful career, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down a highly specific, highly coveted pathway in the manufacturing and auto industry. It's called the LGB Group Future Manager Graduate Trainee Program. We're going to map out the source material for this recruitment drive so you know exactly what they want, and more importantly, exactly how to give it to them. So, I've just got to ask you straight away, are you ready to build the future? Because this isn't just about finding some desk to clock in and clock out of. No way. This is a real call to adventure for those of you who actually want to get your hands dirty, understand the nuts and bolts of massive manufacturing operations, and ultimately lead the teams making the whole shebang happen. If you're looking for a launch pad, let's see how this one is built. Okay, let's dive into this. We've got a 5-step roadmap today. 1, the future manager opportunity. 2, are you eligible? 3, your role and skills. 4, the career ladder. And 5, application and next steps. All right, section 1, the future manager opportunity. So what exactly is this program? Well, the title you're actually applying for is Graduate Management Trainee, or GMT. Now, don't let the word trainee fool you into thinking this is just some prolonged internship. Not at all. It's an entry-level management development program. Think of it as a dedicated training ground. The company is actively investing resources, time, and structured training into you before they hand over the heavy managerial responsibilities. It's a runway designed to help you take off safely and effectively. And the logistics are pretty straightforward. This is with the LGB Group, based right in the industrial hub of Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. But here's the kicker. The target batches. They are specifically hunting for the graduating classes of 2025 and 2026. They're looking directly at the talent coming out of universities right now and next year to be the future lifeblood of their operations. So the crucial point is this quote directly from their program overview. They are grooming selected candidates for supervisory or managerial roles over time. That tells you everything you need to know about their intent, right? The future manager branding isn't just a catchy title, it's a promise. They aren't hiring you to stay at the entry level forever. They're hiring you with the explicit goal of shaping you into one of their future leaders. Moving on to section 2, are you eligible? Before we get too excited about corner offices and leadership roles, we got to make sure you tick the mandatory boxes. And those boxes start with this number, 0 to 1. This represents the years of professional experience they're looking for, which is massive because it means freshers, those of you with absolutely 0 days of corporate experience, are the perfect fit. And hey, if you've been in the workforce for up to 1 year and realize you want a more structured path into management, you are right in the sweet spot too. Next up, the academic requirements. You must have completed or be currently pursuing a Bachelor of Engineering in one of 4 specific disciplines: mechanical, mechatronics, production, or automobile engineering. This program is literally tailor-made for these technical backgrounds. They need people who fundamentally understand the science of how things are built so they can then teach them the business of how things are manufactured at scale. Which brings us to section 3, your role and skills. If you get the job, what are you actually going to be doing all day? Well, the expectations for a GMT are incredibly dynamic. You'll undergo a mix of both classroom and hands-on on-the-job training. You're not going to be siloed in one department. You'll be working with cross-functional teams, getting a comprehensive 360-degree view of the business. You'll gain direct exposure to quality control, the supply chain, and operations. You're going to be actively participating in process improvement, really developing those critical problem-solving and leadership muscles in real time. Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between the bare minimum eligibility on the left and the preferred skills on the right. Having the degree gets you in the door, sure, but these difference makers are what will actually win you the job. We're talking about strong communication, teamwork, and an analytical mind. If you have a basic understanding of lean manufacturing concepts or even proficiency in Excel and presentation tools, definitely highlight that. Those are the skills that show you're ready to hit the ground running.
Let's move to section 4, the career ladder.
This is the really exciting part. We know how you start, but where do you go? Let's see how this builds. The program offers a highly structured progression path. You begin at phase 1 as a graduate management trainee. Once you successfully complete that training, you graduate to an engineer or executive level. From there, you climb to senior executive, then assistant manager, and ultimately, you reach phase 5, full-fledged manager. The path from a fresh graduate to a leader is mapped out right there for you. But, and this is a big but, As this quote states, performance during the training period often determines the speed of career advancement. The ladder is clearly defined, yeah, but you are the one climbing it. Your willingness to learn, adapt, and drive results during that initial training phase, that will dictate how fast you move from phase 1 to phase 5. The speed of your success is entirely in your own hands. And finally, Section 5, Application and Next Steps. All right, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Let's finish strong with your practical checklist for success. We can boil this down to 3 really simple, clear steps. Step 1, optimize your resume. Step 2, gather all your mandatory documents. And Step 3, email the hiring managers directly. No confusing web portals, no third-party recruiters, just a straightforward process. Let's break down exactly what you need for those first 2 steps. When you're optimizing that resume, it needs to be targeted. Reviewers are specifically looking for 5 things. Your academic projects. What did you actually build or solve? Your internships. What real-world exposure do you have? Your technical skills. Remember those difference makers we talked about? List them. Add any relevant certifications you hold. And finally, your leadership activities and achievements. Did you captain a sports team, lead an engineering club? Put it front and center. Next, gather your documents. You'll need that newly updated resume, all your academic mark sheets, your internship certificates, and a valid government ID. Oh, and of course, prepare yourself for the frantic, last-minute scramble to find that elusive provisional degree certificate you swore you put in a safe place, or rushing to get a fresh passport-size photo where you don't look entirely terrified. Get these organized today so you aren't stressing about paperwork later on. And this brilliantly illustrates how straightforward this is. Because there are no web portals, the process is wonderfully direct. Once your package is ready, submit it straight to these email addresses: careers@lgb.co.in and p.balamohan@lgb.co.in. You literally have a direct line to the people making the decisions. Just make your subject line clear, write a concise, professional email body, attach your documents, and hit send. So we've unpacked the entire LGB Group Future Manager program today. You know the expectations, you know the ladder, and you know the exact steps to apply. I'm going to leave you with one final thought to reflect on. You have the degree, for sure, but do you have the drive? Are you really ready to step out of the classroom and become the future manager? If the answer is yes, well, your next step is waiting in your inbox. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Get those resumes updated and go build that future.